So hi everyone, welcome back to the DBMS subject. Last session we have seen the definition of database. Today we shall see the traditional system, that is file system versus DBMS. So versus DBMS. So in the previous system we have used the traditional system, file system. Everything is stored in the form of file system, which means that we are not going to throw the file system entirely in the DBMS. It's not like that. We will follow, the concept will be existing, but it will be managed in a database. So here also we are having some of the file system. Okay, we are not entirely throwing the file system. And whereas in traditional, entirely we followed only purely the file system. If we follow such kind of process, what will be the demerits? So what will happen if we store everything in the file processing system? File processing system means we will group the record and we will storing everything in a separate files, like file 1, file 2. So likewise everything will be maintaining in an individual file. Whereas in DBMS we will be storing it in a tool called DBMS. Through this the user can access the database. So this is the main difference between this file system and DBMS. We shall see what are all the demerits. So number one, data redundancy. Data redundancy means the data inconsistent. The data is duplicate. So the data will be duplicated. And how it is duplicated? For example, in a college, there is an admin block. So during your admission, they have stored your house address. Okay, you are in a house, you are in a rental house, and you stored your house address in the admin block. And now you are in third year. So this is first year. You saved some of the rented house address. Now shifted to own house, and the address is changed during the third year, and that data was updated in your department, but the data was not updated in the admin. So here one of the data will be there, or here the other address will be there. So there is no consistency. The data is not matching. There is an inconsistency. And one more thing, your name is Sri, and the name Sri is available in the admin also, department also. You belong to IT department, and here also the IT department. So the data will be duplicated. So when we are storing multiple copies of a data, what will happen? The higher storage. It needs a higher storage. So when we store the data in a higher, then we need to access a high cost. Your cost will also be very high. And inconsistency means redundancy means again and again we are storing the same data. There is a duplications. Because of this, our data is not available in a consistent manner. The data is not the same. For example, you are storing it in the two files, and one of the data contains some other data for the same candidate. For the same candidate, the other data is available in a different thing. Then there is a inconsistency. So there is no matches found. So this is the second demerit of the file system versus DBMS. And because of this, we are feeling very difficulty in accessing the data. Why? Because they are storing it in the many files, and if you want to store only the name, and if you want to store only the account balance, our which is said to be the conventional file processing environment, stores in a multiple files. So there is an confusion. Data isolations means we are going for new application program. So again and again we are going to write a new application program to retrieve the data. You want some of the conditions and that will be stored in another format with the new application format. So there will be a many formats, too many formats, and there will be a new applications program. With the help of this new application program, we will be writing a many format, and that will be stored in the mini file, which will be difficult to access. So there is a difficulty in accessing that kind of thing is said to be the data isolation, where they are stored in various files. It is difficult to access. The next demerit of this file system is integrity. So integrity means reliability and accuracy. So how we can reliable and what kind of accuracy we can store in the data, that is very difficult in file processing. For example, you want to maintain only $500 in an account. So now what happens? This 500 minimum account balance is maintained in 2018. So this is your minimum account balance should be maintained. In 2025, it is updated to $600. So how we can update it if it is in a file? It is very difficult to integrate to achieve the accuracy. If this kind of scenario is happened, it is very difficult to achieve this one. And the next demerit is data dependency. So here data dependency means you have to store it in the file, and only through the file we can access the data, and there should be a relationship between the file and the program. Why? Because so if you want to do something, access, or you want to insert, or you want to update, or you want to do something with the file, that is data, then we need to write the different program which will be in the different file format. So it is data dependency always depends upon the one file with the other file. So the program data dependency is very critical in the file processing system. The next comes the atomicity problem. See, atomicity problem means is nothing but you consider A account and a B account. Suppose A account is having a $50 and this $50 is deducted by the A account. This $50, it is deducting. It is what it is doing. It is taking the account. It is removing. It is crediting the account $50 from the A account. Suppose if this account is failed, it wants to transfer. It want to transfer this dollar to A account. During the transaction, if it is failed, and what happens now? There is no account in, there is a zero balance in A account and there is a zero account balance in the B account. So here what happens now? The atomicity is not maintained in a proper manner. That is, when a transaction happens, when the transaction is happening, this entire transaction should be happened in a proper way. So either it should return to B account or it should be returned to A account. So if it is not returned to any of the account, then the atomicity problem is occurred, and where it cannot maintain the proper amount there. Similarly, we can say that one more problem or one more demerit with the file processing is concurrent access anomalies. So what is meant by concurrent anomalies, concurrent access anomalies? For example, you take there is an account A and there is an account B, both combined together they have a $500. So it is viewed that A and B having $500 in their account. Suppose A would like to deduct $50 from this account. Suppose that is A and B both combined together, totally they are having $500. In this $500, if A want to take, then this should be, what is the balance? $450 should be there. Suppose $100 would like to take from the B account, already $450 is available. From that the 100 should be deducted and $350 should be available in the total account. Suppose you are taking $50 is taken, and here if there is 400, the concurrent access anomalies happen, which means this amount which is deducted or removed from this B account is not reflected in the combinations of A and B. Then it will be showing 400 to both A and B account, or 450 to A or 400 to B account, which is not correct. So actually the total amount it should be shown to A and B is 350, because total of $150 is deducted from their amount. If such kind of transaction is not done properly, then there is a concurrent access anomalies occur. And the last one is security. Whereas in files we cannot give much security, in DBMS we are maintaining it as a tool, and therefore we are able to protect all the data, sensitive data, and we can secure them when it is stored in a DBMS rather than the files. So these are all the some of the demerits of files versus DBMS. Okay, thank you.